Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant, Reactor Number 4, 1:23 AM on the 25th of April 1986, near the town of Pripyat in modern-day Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union. Workers started a safety test which little did they know would end up causing one of the worst nuclear power disasters ever.
Good evening, I'm Ted Koppel, and this is Nightline. It seems virtually certain that what the Soviets have experienced is a nuclear meltdown. How serious and far-reaching...
Many things fell into place for the Chernobyl disaster to happen, from bad design, poor communication, or training, and pressure to complete the test. The safety test was to test the safety system on the reactor, with it testing to see if the reactor would produce enough electric to keep the cooling system running until backup generators could kick in. The safety test was designed to simulate a power outage, but when operators attempted to shut it down by pressing the AZ5 button, a design flaw in the graphite-tipped control rods actually caused a massive power surge instead of stopping the reaction. By 1:24 AM, the reactor's power spiked out of control. Two massive explosions blew the roof off the building, sending radioactive fuel and graphite into the air. Two plant workers were sadly killed straight away. Firefighters arrived quickly, but they didn't have the right gear to protect them from the invisible radiation. They fought the fires on the roof to stop it from spreading to other reactors. The Soviet government kept quiet at first. It wasn't until the 27th of April that the 50,000 people living in Pripyat were finally told to leave. They were told to bring only what they needed for 3 days, but they would never be allowed to go home again. To stop the radiation, liquidators were sent in. These were soldiers, miners and workers who had to clean up the debris. Some had to go onto the roof and throw the radioactive graphite back into the core by hand, because the robots they tried to use kept breaking down from the radiation. Around 7 months later, by November, they built a giant sarcophagus. A 30-kilometre exclusion zone was set up around the plant, which is still there today. This disaster changed how the world looks at nuclear power, and stands as a reminder of what happens when something goes wrong and safety is ignored. Another lasting effect of the disaster is that many think this is one of the reasons why the Soviet Union collapsed a few years later.